Hello, pool fans from around the world. Welcome to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Predator Group presents the WPA World Team Championships being held for the second year after an 8-year absence. 16 international teams, a 4-group round robin, and we are down to the semifinals. 4 teams left. $300,000 prize fund, $120,000 first prize. The game is 10 ball, WPA rules, no early 10s. Winner breaks, time clock, 3 of 5 sets, races to 4. This is George Teacha and Eric Horlifson bringing you the live action right here in Puerto Rico.
Pleasure to be with you again. Got kind of a David and Goliath battle here. Goliath being Chinese Taipei and Cinderella being the the Cinderella story.
And quite a story. Chinese Taipei has gone undefeated in this tournament so far. They have not lost a match. I think they lost a set here and there, but not a match. Portugal lost to Germany. The remaining teams are Austria and Germany are playing on table number 1, and it's Portugal and Chinese Taipei right here on this one.
Cho with the first break, getting the 1 on the side. 8 ball is going to come in the way of the first shot on the 2. She'll be pushing here. Cho's coming in as the prohibitive favorite in this first singles match. I really feel like this first match is going to dictate how the rest of the set goes. It's very tough for the losing team, no matter who it be. Whoever wins the first set will only have to win 1 of the next 3 sets to force a shootout. Just a reminder, if there'll be 4 sets played. If they tie at 2 each, there'll be a shootout to determine the winner. Sarah's an accomplished player. She's played in a lot of Predator Pro Billiard Series events. Finished near the end a couple times. Up against the 2023 Women's World 9-ball champion and World 10-ball champion.
She also has the second highest Fargo rate in the world.
Yeah, strong player from Taipei.
777 Fargo rate versus Sara's 665.
Rocha starting off with a safe here.
It's a good one.
Looks good. Got full coverage from the 4. Cho might be looking at kicking out the short rail here. Both long rails are kind of blocked. Go for the jump. If anything, create distance. Play a little bit of draw, try to keep the cue ball down at that end, and she's jumped off the table, so nice opening for Rocha in the first rack here. Taipei played Great Britain last night. The only set they dropped was Cho against Kelly Fisher.
And that can go either way at any time. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, that was one of the 10-ball semis. And it went down to one missed shootout shot.
Yeah, pardon me. Great Britain also won the doubles in that set, so it did go to a shootout. Look out for the side pocket. She's avoided that. Very thin on the 4, playing to the side. She does have the corner. Got to be careful of the 8 ball getting in the way, coming off 2 rails. Could try to slow the momentum of the cue ball down by playing into the 7. A little risky because the cue ball could follow the 7 in. So she's going to stick with offense here. 4 in the corner. Undercut.
Short.
And every chance she has against Cho has to be taken advantage of. So Cho will be looking to pounce here. Looks like the 5 passes the 7 into the long pocket. She'll be considering that, considering how straight the 4 is. Kind of tough to move the cue ball for the same pocket as the 5. Could go 3 rails around. She does, powers up. Gets past the 8. Looking good in the first rack here. The male players from Portugal are a little less heralded than the players for Chinese Taipei, but João Grillo's had a great tournament. Made it to the quarterfinals in the men's open. Miguel Silva, a very capable player as well.
Under the radar player. There's no Fargo information on him.
Okay.
Where João Grillo is a 766. Had a great match against Shane Van Boning and sent Shane home.
Yeah, it's been a great tournament for Portugal, and they're looking to make it all the way to the final here. On the Chinese Taipei side, you have Chang Jun Lin and Wu Kun Lin, both world-class players. It's kind of interesting. Yesterday, Chinese Taipei sent up Wu Kun Lin in the first men's singles, and when it came down to the team pick, they threw in Chang Jun Lin. Jun Lin also played the doubles with Cho.
That's probably why they put Wu in to begin with first.
Yeah, I think it seemed like even yesterday Cho, Jun Lin was coaching Cho a little bit, just have a bit of a better relationship, kind of older, have been playing together for longer. They're kind of letting her go here, though. Jun Lin's on the sidelines this time. We've seen different strategies as far as the coaching. Actually haven't seen any coaching happen yet in this match, but it is unlimited coaching. Any of the teammates can come up to the table and give their other teammates advice at any time. Good out there from Cho, and she takes the lead 1-0.
The Chinese Taipei team is also more experienced in that they're older. Chang Jun Lin is 38, Cho is 36, and João Grillo is 33.
Okay.
Again, like I said, Miguel Silva is under the radar.
I've seen his name.
Looks to be about the same age.
Yeah, I've seen his name in tournaments here and there. He's had some wins. Never actually seen him play on stream, so we'll see how he performs in this match, but no doubt he's been playing well over the course of the tournament for them to get to this stage. The coaching aspect of the event is interesting. I think it's the first year they've introduced unlimited coaching. Some teams have been very using it a lot. Some teams haven't used it at all. As I was mentioning yesterday, Jun Lin was right in the arena with Cho on a lot of shots. Today he's on the sidelines.
Who was Cho playing?
Kelly Fisher.
Kelly Fisher?
I think that
Yeah.
has a part of
That's a
it.
big
You know,
part.
the strength of the opponent. He felt like she might be in tougher spots in general.
Well, yesterday, Cho was breaking the balls very well in the semifinal match with Kelly Fisher. She got the best of the breaks. There was at one point, there was 10 breaks, and she had made balls in 8 of them.
Yeah, that's strong for a hand rack situation.
Very strong.
Yeah, she's played a lot of these tournaments. Usually breaks from the side rail, looks to make the one on the side. Seven's covering the one here. Rocha will be pushing up table. A lot of blockers on the left side, so she'll be thinking about angles where Cho isn't able to get the cue ball back to the bottom left side of the table. So she's left the left edge of the one here. I don't mind this push. She also tied up the 3-4. Smart push. Cue ball's playing back into the 3-4 here. Bit of a two-way element if she overcuts it.
Young lady supporting Team Portugal, wearing their colors. It is early here in Puerto Rico. It's 11 a.m.
Cho decides to back off. Nice safe there.
Nice speed on that safety. The players have been kind of struggling with the speed on the table due to the humidity and the air conditioning here. It's really playing havoc on them. It dries up, it speeds up.
Yeah, it's all the typical tournament conditions.
Sure.
We're also having a league event at the same time. There's times when there's hundreds of league players in here, and there's times when there's maybe 50 that are in the room right now. Got down to the end of her shot clock there, had to kind of rush the kick. So advantage Cho. I think she'll consider playing safe again just because of where the 3 is. Goal here will be to get the 1, not only, see, here comes Junlin, almost right off the sidelines. He might have came in between racks. I didn't quite see. But these are the spots where little bit of reassurance or different ideas from more experienced players are going to help save spots. Left the short rail here. Makes she open up the 3. Particularly if Rocha contacts the 1, the 3 will be opened up even more. Oh, left an edge. So Rocha's going to be able to defend here. That's a good shot. Pretty much surrounded.
Shit. Gosh.
There's always a way, but I don't see it right now.
If she can get by the 4, I would try to go, and she can. 2 rails out of the corner pocket, come between the 2-6, and it's a half a ball.
Yeah, like a heavy amount of check kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She'd have to check it quite a bit. But that's the only thing I can see, the only possibility.
Cho's not on any fouls now, so she can consider how to
Tying it up some more.
Yeah, tied up more. I think the biggest issue she has is to move the 1 away from the 3 as well, because if she leaves the 1 there, it'll be very easy for Rocha to play safe.
Well, the problem with tying it up is,
I mean, she really had nothing, and she was down to at the end of her shot clock, so she kind of just rearranged the table there.
she is the first one committing the foul, so.
Yeah, she has to be careful now. She'll be leading the fouls here. And you can see the Portuguese team coming in and giving Rocha some advice here as well.
Just bounce it out and stick the cue ball between the 3 and the 4. All ball fouls.
Good shot. Got her in a bad spot again.
Again, this one's awfully, awfully tough.
It is. The 1 ball is reasonably close to the 9 or the 7. You'd want it to be a little closer to really guarantee getting a solid 3rd foul. But it will be a possibility. Choice for Rocha to make if Cho doesn't hit this 1, because the table is actually open. She could consider running out. Again, real tough spot there. Now the table is even more open. It's a margin call here. I think I would favor trying to run out, and if things don't go as planned, you could always try the third foul. They're talking about possibly playing the cue ball behind the 7. Nothing wrong with this as well. I try to play the 1 in a way where it doesn't end up near a rail. Whenever you're trying to impede your opponent from kicking out a ball, the closer it is to a rail, the easier it's going to be able to hit in general. And make sure she gets a rail herself here. Speed's going to be pretty light. Chose to stun it a little more. That's a great shot if it gets right behind the 10. Unfortunately, she's left 2 rails, but it was a great try. Tried to hide the 1 with the 10. Chow will be going 2 rails at this ball. Both players from Taipei getting in on the action here. Giving some advice and knowledge to Cho. Oh, got her on 3. Really couldn't hit the first 2. Had a chance at that one. But that'll be game 1 to Portugal.
Well, Sara Rocha, actually here in Puerto Rico, was 9th, made the final 16 last year.
Yeah, she's a strong.
Yeah. She knows her way around here. Little background on this tournament. The WPA World Team Championships were founded in 2010, first played in Hanover, with Darren Appleton and Daryl Peach leading 3 others to victory over Team Philippines. Next played in 2012 and then 2014 with Chinese Taipei over Japan, and then in 14 it was China over Japan. This tournament was revived last year in Austria by Predator and played in Klagenfurt. It was Team Philippine over Great Britain.
Interesting. You're bringing back memories there. I played in 2 of those tournaments. And that was actually the first time they ever shot a shootout shot.
Oh, wow.
So where the shootout shot was that time was the cue ball was directly in the middle of the head string. And the ball they were shooting at, if you can picture this, was to the short rail, 1 diamond out, right in the middle. So imagine how tough of a cut that is.
Sure.
Almost like cutting the black ball in snooker, like when they have a respotted black.
Right.
And there's actually a clip of it online. Great Britain and I believe the Philippines had a crazy long shootout in that format. It went about 21 shots.
Wow.
The shot was so tough that they didn't make it all the time. So there was misses and sudden death and, times when there was makes, but it was a very interesting tournament.
Wow, 21 innings is a lot.
Yeah. There's a small clip of it online. I think there was it might have lasted about 15 minutes. They got about 5 minutes of it.
Well, this is a race to 4, and so rather competitive, tied at 1.
Yeah, Rocha made a ball off the break, and she's in line here for a break and run. This is big for her. Try to get straight on the 5 here. See a shot of her back arm there, nice and steady.
Now remember, in WPA rules, early 10s are not allowed.
Yeah, she'll be playing up for the 6 on the side here.
Nice angle.
Yeah, falling pretty well on it. She can fall straight through the angle here and stay pretty close to the 7. Ideally wants to be off the rail here. Might have the smallest angle going to the right. She can also cheat the pocket to get off the rail as much as possible, but the 8's pretty available. Doesn't have to force the cue ball into the middle. Interesting. Drew it, took more distance. I think the idea there was to get off the rail more. Didn't actually accomplish it and ended up further away. Still a good look though, just gotta stay still here.
Nice shot. Got up nice on the 9 ball. We'll bring this straight back to the left for the 10.
Yeah, big
Nice.
break and run here from Rocha. Very nice.
Great control the entire rack, except for that long shot on the 8. She was in really good control.
Yeah, just a little out of line there, but mainly making sure that the 10 didn't come in between the 8 and the cue balls. Good rack.
And we haven't seen too many break and runs in the team events.
That's right. Overall in the tournaments, they've been at a premium. When it does happen, it's very powerful.
Sure.
So from winning a game with not even pocketing a ball to breaking and running, lots of action here.
If you're Cho, you're not real happy with results like that.
Miguel Silva just stepping away for a second. Going to start warming up. See Mario He getting warm. Ready to come in the Austria match as well. Good square contact from Rocha. Didn't make one this time. Looks like the 1 could be available to the top right corner pocket. Gonna be tough to slow the cue ball down. 2's not available in the same pocket. Has to consider some advanced position plays here. Could run the cue ball into the 9. It's a little thin, kind of tough to draw the cue ball that much. Calling it, so she has something offensive in mind. If you're real ambitious, you could play the 1 off the 6 to slow the cue ball down, but that's tough.
Yeah, it's a tough shot.
Yeah, it didn't really have anything on the 2 either.
Not sure that Sada has a shot here.
Appears there could be a window. I'd be surprised if there's a window where she can pocket it. If she does hit the right side of it, double kiss looms large. Avoided that nicely. Left the 1 in a tough enough spot that I don't think Cho will be offensive here. She could play the cue ball behind the 2, 3, 4 area. Good shot. Oh, look at this. Another window for Cho, for Rocha. Doesn't look quite happy that she'll be able to pocket it. We'll be shooting directly at the 1. Having a close look, taking her extension. Need some thought here. Didn't have enough of it to pocket it. That's a good effort on the save. Looks good. Nice shot. Rocha hanging in nicely here. Might have left the left edge of the one. If she did, Cho will be crossing the one into the short rail, trying to play the cue ball back down against in that 2-3-4 area again. She'll be worried about hitting the 9 coming across. Oh, a bit of a different angle. She has enough to pocket it. Great shot.
Wow.
Now we have to see if the 2 passes the 5. If it doesn't, she'll be able to play it in the side. I believe the cue ball, yeah, she goes about 3/4 pocket in the corner. Position's much easier if she does go corner. Just didn't like shooting past it. Kind of surprised she backed off there. She could have played the 2 in the side. Looked like the cue ball was tracking to the right of the 7. But just knowing in these short races, she feels okay to kind of battle it out with Rocha. Not taking too many chances. Left distance here. Most obvious pocket for the 2 is blocked. Could be rolling the cue ball into the 8-10 area. It's going to leave the 2 pretty near the pocket, but there's not much else. Might stun the cue ball to the right of the 7. Like some kind of slow roll play. I think I would have favored rolling the cue ball to where she was trying to roll the 2. So Rocha getting her chances here. She'll be trying to go behind the 7 with the cue ball now. Good shot. First small advantage of the rack going to Rocha here. Cho quickly to her jump cue. Have to get the cue ball up pretty quick here, so she's opting for the kick option.
She's kicking this way.
Wow. Interesting developments here. Rocha with a decent layout to go up 3-1.
Yeah. She got the last one. This one lays about as well as the first run out she had.
Yeah, everything's open. I feel like there's movement from the 6 to the 7. About the only time the cue ball is moving a big distance. 5 to the 6 as well. Should be pretty controllable on both shots though, because the ball before is lying close to the pocket. I think she's going to have to draw from the 5 to the 6. Lots of room in the middle of the table to maneuver the cue ball. Just want to be close to it here. She's actually a little straight where she might not get as close as she'd like. Still power out of it a bit though. Play some right spin, come back to the middle. Good shot. Got nice and close here.
Oh, she's laid nice to just draw this up. She can use the rail too, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's pretty straight.
Yeah, she'd like to use the rail if she can. Enough angle that she has either choice. Might favor the straight back because she is pretty straight overall. Gonna get there. It's close.
It sure did.
It's there. Nice natural angle to come up table now.
Which side do you prefer, Eric? The right or the left?
I'd take the right. There's just more room over there. I have to play a bit of right spin, which is not productive for pocketing it, but it's an easy enough shot that I don't think that should worry her too much.
Yeah, she's nice and close. Don't need to draw back to that. If you don't hit it hard enough, you won't see the ball. But she should be able to hit it hard enough. And she has.
Good shot. Staying in control here. Strong performance from Rocha so far. Hanging in with the safe play. Running out when she needs to. Good signs for Portugal here in the early going of this match.
Sada's playing pretty solid.
Kind of in between on position here. Little too much angle to hold on the left side of the table, I believe. So I think she'll just play more power, come back to the right. Could follow it, but I would favor the draw here. She is drawing left spin. Nice hit. Exactly how you want to hit it. Might have overdrew it a little bit, but did pretty well from there. Big shot here for Portugal in the opening set.
Miguel Silva. Oh, she's missed it.
Played so well for the first 3 racks here. That was a big one. How'd she leave the cue ball? There's distance. See the disappointment on her face, but this is no guarantee for Cho. Got it. Nice shot. Big swing there here in the first set.
What a big swing. It really was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Instead of 3-1, it's tied at 2.
Roach is playing well. It's just one miss. She's just going to have to regroup and know that she's only 2 games from the finish line here in this first set. When you give an opening to world-class players like Cho, you got to think that she's going to take full advantage.
And she did there. 777 Fargo. Some of the other teams that played. We had teams from Germany still playing. They're playing Austria. We had Poland, Spain, Canada, USA, Puerto Rico, Chinese Taipei still playing, Japan, Korea, Indonesia, and New Zealand. When this tournament was first founded, I believe there was 42 teams.
Yeah, I remember there being a lot. The one in Germany you're talking about? Or?
Last year there was 24.
Okay.
And the winner of the first one again was United Kingdom, then Chinese Taipei, China, the Philippines. Semifinalists, Greece, Russia, China, Germany, and Japan.
Yeah, we made it to the quarterfinals one year, actually. We were pretty proud of ourselves. Rocha with the first look here. Nicely on the 2. Gonna play up the left side of the table right now. Shot there. Always tough to come back mentally from a mistake. Rocha's off to a decent start here.
So far in this match, Rita has broken 5 times, and 3 of them were dry. Whereas I mentioned earlier, last night it was just the opposite. She was breaking at an 80% clip.
Rocha's in. Oh, I would have just played that across one rail. Didn't feel like she had to power up. Could be a general play overall where you're trying to slow the cue ball down or kind of kill it into position, but I think one rail played okay there.
Another little tidbit is Rita has fouled on 9 of Sarah's safeties.
Wow. Well, there was the game with the 3 fouls,
That's
so
right,
that was
that's
3 of
3.
them. But that's a lot in 5 games. So Sarah's safes have been very strong here.
Oh, excuse me, I was incorrect on that. I said that Rita's broke 5 times and 2 of them, 3 dry. It was 3 times and 2 of them were dry.
It was the overall breaks.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 of 5 overall breaks have been successful or unsuccessful. Rocha has a bit of a tight positional play here. She's considering bringing the cue ball off one rail in between the 8-9. It's achievable. Just has to stay solid with her cue ball control.
See if she comes between the 9-8.
Looks good. Great shot. Can't hit it any better than that. Just be laying up the 9 on the side here, and Portugal's going to be on the hill in the first set. Good, great recovery for Rocha after a little slip up on the 10 in the last rack. If Portugal's able to win this first set, it'll be a huge boost in confidence.
Well, they won the first match at 4-2.
They're still at 3-2. They're on the hill now.
Or did I miss that one?
It's okay.
I think I gave her credit for that game that she missed the 10.
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah. I always like showing you guys out around the world how human I am.
It's okay. How we doing over on the other table?
That's we'll try to get you there as soon as possible. Well, we don't have a posted score on the internet here yet.
Looks like it's 2-2 in the first set. Filler and Ocean are playing the opening match for Austria and Germany. To be specific, Jasmine Ocean and Pia Filler. Both teams have 2 members of the same name on their team. Same last name.
Just got a message. I got these 2 beautiful young ladies watching us from San Francisco, California.
Very nice.
My daughter Emily and granddaughter Campbell.
Nice. Smart push here from Rocha. Trying to bait Cho into kick safing the 1. Looks like she's left a small edge. Cho could take an aggressive safe here and try to hide behind the 3-5-7 wall.
That should have embarrassed them a little bit, huh?
Sure, they'll be smiling.
Yep.
Good shot there from Cho.
Does she have room to go between the 3-5?
Possible.
Does she want to? I think the kick behind to the head rail is better.
Kind of looks like she's eyeing it up between the 3-5.
Yes.
What a window that would be to catch.
See right there, it looks like there's room. In fact, it looks like there's room to bank it to the quarter pocket.
She's going for the jump, just not quite enough room. Tricky jump there. Didn't get the cue ball airborne enough. Kind of odd how many players I've seen try to jump and not get the cue ball in the air this week. I've seen it like 5 times.
Really, they just don't clear the ball.
It's like the cue ball's barely leaving the bed. It's just odd. Random occurrences.
Well, she's coming straight back to the middle of the table.
Yeah, ideally Cho would like to get over onto the right side of the table to get straighter on the 3. It looks like she's landed a little straight on the 2. She'll still have a bigger cut option on the 3. Might go 2 rails forward here between the 8-10. Looks like she's just going to stop the cue ball. Accept the shot on the 3. Should be fine. Wow, she powered up. She didn't like the angle with the cue ball going to the left there. She's underdrawn it. 3 still makeable, but big shot for Cho here in the first set.
I'm surprised she didn't take it in the middle.
I totally thought she would. She was worried about the cue ball going the wrong way, leaving herself with too much angle. Didn't really have the angle to get over to the right side. Here we go. Big shot. Got it.
Drained it.
Yeah.
And look at the speed.
Yeah.
Perfect on the 5.
Yeah, that's what champions like her do. Recovery shots here and there. Pressure not phasing her. Nice shot to stay in the first set here. Drew that one a little bit. We'll have to see if she can slow it down going to the left.
That's quite a bit of angle to work with.
Yeah, she'll want to slow it down because the 7 doesn't pocket in the bottom right.
She can get there.
Yeah, she's just accepting that she's going to have the wrong angle on the 7, but she'll still be able to play around 3 rails back to the 8. How'd she do here? Not bad. Has to be a little bit leery of the cue ball running into the 9, but I think she's okay. Cue ball's going to play thin enough that it'll avoid it.
It looks like it just will barely clear the 9.
Yeah, it's contacting the 7 thin. It's definitely traveling in that direction. Has to be aware of it. Seems okay with... Good shot. Cue ball coming around nicely. Going to be playing 2 rails up towards the 9. Cho hanging in here.
Long draw for the 10.
Yeah, it doesn't really have a following option, so she's got to power up. Got to be careful while leaning over the 10 here. Referee's right on the call. Looks like she has enough room. Good shot. Quite get as far as she wanted, but still did okay considering she was reaching there. This one's missable. Cho has to dig deep here. Wow, missed it on the side where she was able to get safe. But we can see the pressure of playing for your country, playing for your team near the end of the tournament. It's even getting world champions like Cho. Roach is going to go all in for the bank here. A big shot for Portugal in this match.
How do you like her chances here?
I give her 50-50, if not more. Maybe into the 60s.
Sometimes with a shot like this is where a lot of players will come through with this. It's just out.
Wow.
Just out.
Can't miss it by any less. Got to see where she's left the 10 here. Might be in between.
She hasn't left a gimme, that's for sure.
She has to play it in the side. It looks like she's able to hit it thin enough. Good shot, and we'll be going to Hill here. See Woo Kun Lin in the background here. Taking note of what's happened in the 6th game. Gonna go back and hit some more balls before he's coming in. The way he's warming up, it looks like he'll be in for Taipei in the men's singles match. Yeah, I guess they really like Chang playing with Cho in the doubles, so they throw Kun Lin in first. And I guess they feel like if Kun Lin is playing really well, or for some reason they still have the choice of playing him in the second team's pick set. They did switch it up yesterday.
Well, let's see if Joao Grito plays first, but wasn't it Miguel that stepped away to play, to practice?
Yeah, I think they were both hitting balls at different points. I would favor Joao, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I wonder who would play better with Sada.
It's part of it too, yeah.
Depends who's been working with her.
There's so many things, right? Maybe you want the stronger player to kind of pick up Sarah a little bit.
Exactly.
I'm saying that in a bad way. Sarah's actually a great player. She's more than capable of holding her own. You can see in the score line here. But there could be some element of that. I think overall you want to favor your strongest male player playing the singles a couple times.
I agree.
Yeah.
Especially against a team of this nature. I mean, both males are way below Fargo rate. Again, the Taipei.
Strong players, but the Taipei players have world-class ratings. And Cho's scratched off the hill break here. Everything's reasonably available. One's tied up with the 8, but the 1 will be gone first, so the 8 will be open. 5's actually a bit of a problem. 4 is lying decently into playing the 5, but it only has one pocket, the left middle. Roach is considering 3 fouls again. Imagine 3 fouling a player like Cho twice in a race to 4.
Well, she's actually, for this first foul, it's laying pretty nice.
Yeah, she'll be the favorite to get the second foul.
She's playing the 1 ball to an open area.
It's not bad.
It's not that open after all. But yeah, it's going to be tough to get the second foul.
If she doesn't hit this, Sarah can just lay the 1 to the right of the 4 and just kind of play all 3 balls on the short rail. Chang's definitely up here. Looks like he feels like he has enough of the left side rail to play with a bunch of left spin. He's saying just load it up with left and let the cue ball release towards the one. It's definitely coming in on a sharp angle. This is the type of shot where Chang might feel like, oh, I can execute this shot, but can Cho actually execute this shot? It's very touchy. We'll see here.
Yeah, this is going to take a lot of English to really open this up.
Yeah.
How grabby is the cloth? Oh, she's...
Yes.
That might get it.
See, this is where it gets tricky. He's taking your cue, you know?
Yeah, I saw it. That's a little much.
Wow.
But it's...
Oh, she got there. I mean, he had to kind of convince her that you could spin the ball that much. She knew she could as well, but you could tell it wasn't a shot that she was necessarily comfortable with. Good escape there from Taipei.
Yeah, and a good sense of urgency from Chang Chun-Lin.
Huh. I haven't seen that yet. The coach taking the players.
That's the first time I've seen it, yeah. Yeah, let me show you how.
Huh.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. Well, she'll probably play the 3-ball in the same pocket.
Needs angle going up table.
Oh, she got the... She's straight in, or can she stun past the 5-9?
Yeah, there's a little angle going to the left. It's going to be tougher than what she wanted, but the 7 was always going to be a bit of a hindrance here. I like stunning past the 5-9. Oh, got into it too much. Look out. It's close. Now Sarah's turn to get a little help from her teammates.
This is tough. She didn't quite get there. She's got a little bit of a rail first there, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She can get there.
Yeah, looks like she's going to have to go rail first. Cue ball could be playing into the 10. Ideally, she finds some kind of space going up table here.
This can be spun in.
Yeah, she's trying to make it.
Yeah. Well, she chose to go safe all the way, so her speed was perfect there.
Yeah, good shot.
I thought she was maybe trying to spin that in.
I like trying to spin it in. Only negative there would have been the cue ball could have hit the 10, but I think it was worth the risk. Wouldn't have had position on the 5. Lots of elements to that shot. Good shot by Cho here, creating distance.
Had the 10 ball gone in, it's not a win. She didn't call it. Must be called. And they can only call one ball, either the 4 or the 10.
There's 2 shots here. She can play the cue ball down near the 10 and use the diagonal line to block the 4. Or she can play the 4 kind of back near the 10 and try to play the cue ball behind the 8. See, I don't like this side rail to side rail on in this spot. I think it's too tough to control both balls exactly. I see players shoot it a lot.
They shoot it a lot.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's wrong, but just for me personally, I like trying to create more distance there, kind of play into the angle more.
Eric, I totally agree. I have problems with that speed.
Yeah. Good shot from Cho.
She didn't have problems with that speed.
Yeah, Cho has the advantage here. Roach is going to be able to hit the ball, but nothing really easy on as far as kick safe. The one saver for Team Portugal is that the 5 only pockets in the left middle. Don't believe it passes the 9 into the bottom right, George. I don't think so.
It doesn't look like it. Doesn't appear to. I agree. Nice hit. She's going to sell it out, though.
Yeah. So the 4 is on the same end as the 5. She's looking at the right side pocket, which is surprising.
Yeah, I'd be looking at the left side pocket.
I guess it he had a bank and the banking it over to the left side. I mean, she's straight, so it's hard to get over to the opposite side of the table. See what she does here. Look at this, a bank for.
She must be looking at the bank here. Shape on the 7 is going to be tough with the bank.
Yeah, it doesn't it won't be able to stop the cue ball. 8's blocking that pocket. Gonna have to kind of stun forward a little bit.
Inquisitive look there. Exactly what are you going to do?
Yeah, she just backed off. Couple spots in this set where Cho's taking the defensive route. Hard to tell if Roach has enough of the 5 here to pocket it. If she does, she'll be going at it.
I think she does.
Oh, and that's going to be the match. Still tough. Still needs to make 4 balls. But Sarah played a great match, and that was the shot to close it out. Shot by Cho there. Perfect control. Everything in line now. This was a tough one for Portugal. They needed it. Gonna have to battle now.
It looks like she can come straight back towards the 9.
Yeah, just try and get close to the 9 here.
Well, these 2 balls for point number 1.
Yeah, big set in the overall equation here. Portugal put a good effort forward. Rocha did all she could.
She sure did. That 10 ball really killed her.
Yeah.
That missed 10.
But Cho hung in. Really played some defensive shots. Didn't take too many chances and came away with the win here in the first set.
And Chinese Taipei does take the first point, the opening point. 2 more for a win.
And we'll be going into the men's singles. We'll be back soon. And we're back here. Portugal with the first open look at the second set.
Jumped in pretty quick. Joao Grillo
He's in perfect line. It's a good start for him.
He had a great match against Shane Van Boning, and then he came over here to this table to play Joshua Filler, and Joshua was in the killer filler mode.
Yeah, he won 2 sets straight, broken around I think 3 of the games. Just Zhao didn't have many chances.
He just stayed in his chair a lot of the times.
Go ahead, George.
The format here is first the women's singles, which you just witnessed, and then men's singles, and then mixed doubles. The only caveat there is that the male playing right now cannot be in the mixed doubles. So that will be Miguel Silva and Uesara Rocha. And then there's a team pick singles, and if they're tied after the 4 sets at 2 apiece, it goes to a shootout. Meanwhile,
Grillo has a bit of a thin cut here. Should be able to manage it. Played nicely around the 8.
looks pretty intense.
Yeah, he just kind of, I could see even in the few chances he had against Filler, I actually did that match. Bit of a freewheeler player. Dangerous, you know, when obviously to make it to the quarterfinals of a tough open event like this one. Plays well, and when the balls are there, he just goes after them.
Did he start off with a break and run?
He did.
Pretty strong start. From the 33-year-old Portuguese.
Portugal's had a smattering of players that have played on the world tours over the years. Never one real standout player, but obviously a testament to the level of play in that country. Portugal making the semifinals here.
Well, I think it's a testament to the Euro tours.
Sure, yeah.
You know, they're all over in Spain, doing extremely well in them. Netherlands, Germany.
Yeah, they're used to high level competition. See if Grillo can make it 2 in a row here.
Joao Grillo is a 766 Fargo. His opponent is an 809 Fargo. About 43 points difference.
There goes the 9. 1 coming towards the corner. See if it's going to hold up here. Doesn't.
Doesn't it always figure that way?
Yeah, and the 5 blocked the kicking angle as well. Can't really go rail first. It's in a funny spot here. You can always roll up on it.
Can he spin this in?
I don't think so.
It's pretty far out there. It's dead froze.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to play the cue ball over towards the 4. 5's kind of in the way of that track.
Yeah, sometimes when they're... See, let's take a look at what he does.
Great shot. Tough to weave the cue ball between that diagonal window there. Kunlin might be able to go underneath the 5. Bit of a risk of hitting the 5 on the way out. He'll know how to judge that though. Shot, but looks like the 1's going to end up over the corner. And a good chance for Portugal to take a 2-0 lead here. They need this set.
They sure do.
If they lose this set, I would make them a huge underdog to win the whole match. So they need to draw on level terms here.
I would almost make them an underdog, but you don't want to say that, so.
Like off.
I don't either. This Portugal is strong, but Chinese Taipei is, as you mentioned, 766 is a strong player.
Yeah.
But 827 and 809 is world class.
Yeah. But just being stuck 2-0 in sets, I don't care what team it is. The best case scenario you can ever have is going to a shootout, right? So the best case scenario you ever have is being 50-50, never mind winning 2 sets against a very strong team. So this set is big here. Staying in line nicely. 6 only pockets to the bottom left, but he should be able to manage that.
This lays very nice.
Yeah.
The cue ball has the perfect angle to go to where he just pointed.
Yeah. Grillo, you can tell, relies on his talent a little bit. You know, gets around the table quick, moves the cue ball naturally. All things you'd want to see from, you know, guys like Filler and Shaw do that the best. Kind of reminiscent of those type players. You can tell he's talented. Nice inside angle here. Be able to draw the cue ball even closer to the 8. So, great start for Portugal here in this second set.
And 2-0 and 2 breaking runs.
Yeah, Grillo's a solid player. There's actually some safe play in this rack, but pretty much a break-in safe, I think, is what they want in the rack. So Kunlin hasn't had anything offensive yet.
Complete control.
I think Grillo has potential to do some good things on the singles circuit as well. He just did this week, but it looks strong to me. Kunlin, who we haven't had a chance to see in this match yet, has really finesseful type stroke, really times the ball well. Gets a lot out of his stroke without stroking hard at the cue ball. Really nice to watch.
Game number 3, race to 4. Cue ball's gone to the side.
Yeah, first mistake of the match for Grillo.
Brought it straight back into the side pocket.
Yeah, it wasn't kicked in, just kind of hit it off square there.
You know what was amazing last night and changed the match? His last 2 breaks were 2 vicious kick-ins, especially the last one.
I did actually see the last one.
I was watching that. I almost got sick for him.
Yeah,
felt so bad.
Yeah, we were both not doing that match, but we were both interested to see how it went. I actually went home and I was watching the last rack, and I saw him get kicked in.
You know, the first one was kind of unusual.
I didn't see the first one.
The game before that.
Yeah.
But then the second one, it looked like it was home free, and he was going to have a run out opportunity, and he gets kicked twice by the upper right hand corner pocket and goes right in.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Mario ran out.
Yes.
Kunlin doesn't like the full lay of the rack here, so he's going to try 3 safe. We saw one in the first set. It's always tough to get 3 fouls against such top players, but he's gave himself a chance at the second foul here. The 1 isn't really near any other balls where I feel like he'll be playing the 3rd foul. Biggest ball that needs to be developed here Oh, you can hit it even off the left side rail, so guaranteed hit here. Cue ball could play into the 4. If it does play into the 410, that'll change the overall lay of the rack.
He's called for his extension. He's got a chance. A little too deep.
Yeah, big swerve there from Grillo. I wonder if the 4 passes the 8.
It's a good question.
2's pretty close to the left side rail. I feel like there's enough distance between the 2 and the rail to be able to pocket it. If not, he can go in the long pocket. He's just going to play safe here. Good shot.
I think he might have left an edge.
Looks like decent coverage. If he did leave an edge, it'll be a common safe, just overcutting the 1. Looks like he's looking at a kick angle here. Shot. Chance to get the cue ball behind the 7. Looks like it got there.
You know, these two teams, two semifinals going on right now, the loser of the semifinals still go home with $30,000 apiece.
Yeah, big money on offer. We mentioned it briefly a couple times, but aside from the pride of playing for your country, we got $120,000 up top.
Oh.
Good prize money for all the remaining teams.
Yes, $500,000 on offer here in Puerto Rico this week. $125,000 for the men's 10 ball, which was won by Conrad Yushushin.
Yeah, good win for him.
Yep, and then $22,500 for Kelly Fisher.
Good 50th win for her. I'm just kidding, but no, she actually hasn't won. She actually hasn't won any of the last 3 events, I don't think, or maybe even 4. So she's back on the right track. Look at Grillo here. Got a little straight. He's gonna have to play the 4 on the side now. It's okay because he'll be playing away from the cue ball running into the 10, as long as he gets enough angle. As long as he gets the right angle here. Playing back into the angle of the 4, always a good thing. Looking okay still. Cue ball could be tracking behind the 7. If it is, he'll just overhit the speed a little bit. Get straighter on the 5. Whoa. Ooh, big miss there.
And I think that was all due trying to get the cue ball where he got it.
I think so too. He was trying to cheat a certain part of the pocket. Yeah. Left Kunlin straight in as well. So Kunlin's going to be a big favorite here. First offensive shots of the match.
Get him started, get him rolling here.
Yeah. Watch how smooth he hits all his strokes.
Oh.
Kind of just really smooth acceleration.
Just last year, he was 3rd in the World Pool Championships, 3rd in the China Open. He was 5th in 2022 at the Alpha Las Vegas Open.
Yeah.
So smooth he is. And we spoke earlier of some of the accomplishments, or didn't speak of the accomplishments for the Portuguese team. Miguel Silva was 9th in the U.S. Open 9-ball.
Oh, wow. Strong player then, no doubt.
Sara Rocha was 9th in Wisconsin, Michigan, and in the World 10-ball.
Yeah, good results. Reminds me of Ko Ping Chung a little bit. It's good flowing. Everything in complete control.
Very surprised not to see them here in Puerto Rico, the three brothers.
Yeah, I couldn't say exactly why. I remember Jun Lin played on the team that the Chinese Taipei team that won previously about 10 years ago. Ko Ping Yu was on that team as well. I want to say Che Yu Cho was on the team as well.
I believe Cho was on that team.
Yeah. If I remember right, there was 3 male players and 1 female player.
Well, the first one was, the very first one for Great Britain was Darren Appleton, Daryl Peach, Carl Boyes, Imran Majid, and Mark Gray.
Yeah, that
so it
one
was all 5 men.
Yeah, that one had 5 men. The second one had a woman on the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the first one, 42 teams participated. Teams consisted of 4 to 6 players, including at least 1 woman.
In the first one, yeah.
Well, apparently not, because Great Britain didn't have a woman in it.
Didn't have them listed. Might have missed it, or sometimes Wikipedia's off too.
That's true.
Yeah. Kun Lin made the 1 on the side off the break. That was his main goal. Didn't get a shot on the 2. Safes will be pretty achievable here. Looking to play the 2 in the middle of the short rail, using the 4-10 as blockers. Would have been ideal if he got behind the 5, but he did get cover with the 4-10.
The 8 seems to block the straight shot at the 2 ball.
It does. Might have to play some on top of it and play some left spin, open up the angle. Oh, I can see the edge. Oh, this will play okay. Just gotta hit it thin enough. Oh, caught it way too thick. Unless he was actually trying to play it up the middle like that. Kun Lin has an aggressive carom here. We'll see if he tries to make something happen on this shot.
Well, the noise you just heard was the shot from Moritz Neuhausen.
Looks like Kun Lin's gonna back off, play the cue ball behind the 9. Ooh, minor error there. Got away with it. 2 ball didn't end up in a good spot. Looks like the 9 is blocking a lot of it. Grillo's looking at pocketing the 2 all the way down the rail. It's not something he wants to shoot. It just feels like that's the part of the ball he has. Might be looking at going rail first as well to make that happen.
Look how strong his grip is on the cue. That's surprising.
Yeah, in watching Filler more closely, in some of the matches I've done, I've noticed Filler grips the cue pretty tight too. Most of those players that grip the cue tight at the beginning, they're still releasing at the back. But you're right, like a lot of players like start loose and just kind of stay loose through it. Grillo's got a chance here. Looks like he's going to have to play a carom on the 7. Should be manageable, especially if he gets below it. He'll make the carom. Just a question of how can he control the 5. Ideally, if he could get the cue ball around where the 9 is to play the carom, the cue ball would play up table a little more likely get on the 5. Tough to play exactly where the 9 is though, because you could end up behind.
Right, exactly.
We'll see.
Yeah, if you took ball in hand, you'd put the cue ball where the 9 is.
Looks like he's getting that angle to cross over, a little straight. He's looking at getting right there.
And he's coming in from the correct side, so he won't get behind it.
Yeah, he's good enough that he should be able to manage playing around it. Looks like he might even go 1 rail. No rails, that's fine too.
I watched his grip there, and he really tightened down at the end.
Yeah, like starts tight and then
tighter,
opens,
and then really grabbed. No, it didn't. It just grabbed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just
I'll take a look. Interesting.
Yeah, take a look. It's I was a little surprised there.
It's all about controlling the 5. Yeah, see, he just didn't get below it enough where he can consistently control the 5. He still has a shot. I think he might back off here. Play the 5 up the middle. Cue ball behind the 10. Good shot. Watch the cue ball here. That's a great shot. Frozen on the 10.
That couldn't have been hit any better.
Very nice shot. Kuhlin's in trouble here. Can't tie anything up. Very tough to even hit the 5. Never mind think about kicking it safe. Great effort there from Grillo. He's going to try to go 3 rails at it. Might try to draw and straighten the angle 1 rail. No, still 3 rails. And here we go. Grillo gets the advantage from a great safe shot on the 5.
These 5 balls to get on the hill. That's what I like right there.
Yeah, just play the position natural. Avoid drawing the cue ball unless you absolutely have to.
Play about right to the first diamond.
Staying in line here. He'll be able to stop the cue ball a little further from the 9 than he would like, but he'll be fine. Diagonal draw, 2 rails across. Shot that comes up playing rotation all the time.
Firm look from Sara Rocha. Looking on and thinking what her team might do. Solid effort here. And successful. This 10 ball to go up 3-1. Race to 4.
Yeah, good lead for Portugal here in this second set. And as I was saying before, they need this one. Grillo has 1 break and run in the set already, and another rack where he broke and played safe and got the win. So look, Yeah, he'll be looking for one. He'll be looking to lock Kunlin out for one more rack here. Just thinking the lady in the crowd with the Portuguese shirt on has the exact same jersey as all the other Portuguese players. She might be a replacement.
That's Vania Franco.
Okay, so she is a part of the team.
She is a part of the team.
Okay. I like that. You know, if one of the players is struggling or gets sick or just for overall emotional support, Great Britain had the 4 players.
There's quite a few teams. Let's take a look who had 4. Okay. Philippines had 4. Great Britain had 4. Poland had 4. Portugal has 4. And New Zealand had 4.
Yeah, 5 of the 16 teams. Yeah. Grillo made the 1 on the side. He's got a shot on the 2. He's got to be careful that he controls the 9 properly where it doesn't get between the 3 and the cue ball. Should be okay. Should be able to hit it thick enough that it comes off the rail. Looks like Moritz won the 2nd set over there. And I believe Austria won the 1st one, so that match is tied at 1. Might have just won a game. Not sure if he actually won the set, but it was a decent amount of cheer. Good shot from Silva, creating an angle out of nothing, or pardon me, Grillo creating an angle out of nothing.
Your iPhone seems to get better reception than my iPad does.
I'm on my data. Yeah, the Wi-Fi's been weak here.
Oh, yeah.
All week. But it's getting down to the end of the tournament, so we want to know the results over there.
Yeah.
Neuhausen's up 3-1 in the 2nd set. Austria won the 1st set. So Germany looking to even the match. Meanwhile, Grillo's getting through this rack good. This is big for Portugal. Right in line here.
I guess maybe if I learned how to use my iPad, we'll be a little better off.
Oh, you figured it? You got it?
Oh, yeah. I clicked on it and it shows me the players and the scores.
Earlier, I think we clicked on it. It didn't come up, though.
It didn't.
Yeah. It's the Wi-Fi cutting in and out. Strong performance here from Grillo. 2 break-in runs. Another game where he locked out Kunlin. This is what it takes to beat a world-class player like Kunlin. And this match is shaping up to be a close one.
A little stun and he's done.
Not much Kunlin could have done, really. Great match from Grillo, and we'll be tied up at 1 set apiece. Coming back with the doubles. Take a short break. Be right back. And we're back here, waiting for the start of the third set. Doubles.
Chang Chun Lin and Cho Che-yu.
John Lin seems to be, I've seen him break a few times in this team tournament. He's going from the middle sometimes. It's rare for a top player. He hits them well from the side as well. Just likes this offensive break a little more.
He's a strong breaker.
Oh, yeah.
Touted as one of the best players in the world.
Good snap there. Nothing down, so first chance to Portugal. It's a makeable one.
5-ball helps stop the cue ball.
Yep.
It's a solid hit on it, so makes that 2-ball very available.
It's another big set. I really am enjoying this format. Every set means something. Every set has ramifications for the overall result. The winner of this set will be guaranteed to go into a shootout. So going into the fourth set, having that kind of security blanket is real big. It's also an advancement towards the overall finish line.
Yeah, when I first saw this last year in Austria, I was so impressed. I thought they should have this every year.
Yeah.
And to my surprise, they went down to 16 countries from 24.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what the whys, but I think part of it is the amount of time it takes.
I was just going to say it's just probably logistical. Yeah, there's easily 8 more countries that could be competitive around the world.
And you know, at a minimum of 3 hours per set, it's hard for the fan base to sit there and watch it all the time. But I'll tell you, when it's in the home city like here, oh, did it draw some people.
I saw that. I think they won a set against the U.S. as well.
Yes.
And I think they won a set against... They won a couple sets over the course of the tournament. Yeah, it was nice.
Made the headlines in their newspapers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, this is a nice safety.
Yeah, nothing was available offensively there. Perfect weight from Silva. So first look at Silva in this match.
Coast to coast.
Cho will be cutting the 3 to the right here, trying to stop the movement by hitting the 4. Okay, up the middle. It's a good shot as well. Wasn't a ton of value in cutting the 3 into the 4 because the cue ball would have been coming over into a spot where it couldn't have got coverage. So this was a nice shot.
Got coverage with a 5.
Yeah.
Easy kick. But where you got to send it?
Possibly considering trying to play the cue ball near the 9. Tough to really control a kick that specifically, but not much else. If she takes that angle, the 3 will go up the middle as well. Ooh, didn't get enough into it. Okay, first opening in this rack goes to Taipei. Just both players really surprised that she missed the whole ball there. Seven's lying in the toughest position on the table. 6 is average for it. A lot of ways you can get from the 6 to the 7. Got straight here. Would like to go forward with a bunch of left. Could be forced to draw and play a bunch of right. Regardless, there'll be a lot of spin involved in this shot.
Well, she's going to the bottom of the cue ball, so.
Oh, she just kind of laid off on the position there. Cue ball's going to be running into the 10 now. 6 is close to the corner pocket, so we don't have to be too picky about position. Just gotta hope, just gotta find a way to avoid the 10 here. This is what I was worried about. You run into the 10. Now all of a sudden, blockers can come into play, and the 8 did. Gonna have to jump this ball in here. Bit of a bad roll for Taipei, really. The only ball the cue ball could have ended up behind. That's why I kind of like getting better on the 5, though, just to avoid this low percentage occurrence here. Good try. How's the 6 gonna end up?
With cover.
Yeah. I don't think they even have the left edge of it. Ooh, caught the 8 on the way through. So Taipei is going to be a big favorite to take the first rack of the 3rd set here.
And Maurice Neuhausen has defeated Mario He, and now they are tied at 1.
Okay, both matches close. Both matches split sets in the first 2. So that's interesting strategy as well. I mean, you would have to consider Filler the stronger singles player, but he obviously feels more comfortable playing with P in the doubles.
Sure.
So
you kind of sacrifice it a little bit.
well, I guess he can still be picked in the 3rd singles match. Yeah, that's their strategy.
So he plays 2 back-to-back.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty good one.
I like it.
Coming straight back for the 10 on the side. The opening game of the 2nd set, of the 3rd set, excuse me, will go to Chinese Taipei with Chang Zhonlin pocketing the 10 ball on the side.
I just have the feeling Taipei can kind of run away with this match, but I had that feeling at the beginning, and Portugal's proved me wrong, so I won't go on about that. But
Joao Grillo proved you wrong.
that's right, and Sarah almost won her match as well.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's proving to be competitive here.
I mean, I called out Sarah the winner. Remember, I put that missed 10 ball as a win.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't put my mistakes out there for everybody, but oh well. And over on table 1, it'll be Joshua Filler against Albin Ocean, as we will have well.
So the way they're listing that on the board there is they're just listing the male players, but it's actually a doubles match. They're just not listing the female players on the board for whatever reason, but the doubles.
You're right. You're right. That's
in that round over there.
It is listed kind of the same way here.
Yeah. Good opening shot. Portugal there. Cue ball's just far enough from the 9 that I feel like they'll be jumping at this. has the jump cue. It's a little straight, so it's going to be tough to open the cue ball up for the 2. Look for him to be a favorite here, though. Good shot, and opened it up towards the 2 as well. See him wheeling the cue ball past the 10. Great shot there. Could have got a little bit easier on the safe options here. Can play the cue ball behind the 8-10. Might try to play a follow up the left side. Good shot. A lot of coverage going down that way. Portugal's in a tough spot here. Could play an aggressive jump over the 9. Might have to, considering the kicking options are very tough. Three rails. 6 is kind of in the way of that. There is long rail, short rail, back towards it. Bit of left spin. Right spin, pardon me.
She's going to try to mess it.
Considering the jump there.
No, that's way too much of a mess.
Jump's okay. I didn't mind playing to the left long rail, down to the short rail, and back into it.
Yes, you just got to jump past the 4 to the right side of the 4. Yeah,
weird one. Made the 4 and the cue ball went in as well. Just rifled them both in. Taipei coming up with the best of that safety exchange. Everything lying decent here. Looks like John Lynn's not going to mess with getting the cue ball behind the 6-9, so they'll just play the combo. 3 is very controllable over the left corner pocket. Got aggressive there, knew exactly where the cue ball was going. Took the cue ball between the 5-6. Eight only goes in the bottom right. Just gonna have to get a straight angle. Even if they do have the angle running in the 10, they'll be okay. It'll just complicate the position a little bit.
Nice shot. Great angle on this 5.
Yeah, got nice and
Good
close
speed
to it. Closer you are to the ball you're shooting, the more specific you're going to be able to play position on the next ball. And they do need a small angle here to get the cue ball in a position where they're not running into the 10 on the 8. Looking good. Can just draw up the line here, try to get straight on the 8. See, these are the little intricate things that the best players in the world do, you know, like getting this specific angle here to make sure that they don't run into the 10 off the 8. And, you know, even if they don't, then they would manage running into the 10 better. But see how they played this out here? It's very subtle, but the point was they played it in a way where they're not going to run into the 10, right? So it's actually these little things that make a difference.
And played it from that angle to angle.
Yeah, into the
angle.
angle.
To do exactly, into the angle.
Yeah,
right.
Got a small angle on the 6 and was able to play into the angle on the 8. All little things that matter.
So it's not really just vicinity shape, it's pinpoint shape.
Yeah, and, you know.
And the angle leads to it.
Yeah. In certain spots, yeah. And that's what was required here. A little more angle than Cho would have liked. Be okay. Gonna have to get the extension here. Strong double set from Taiwan so far.
What you would expect.
Looks like Chang and Cho work well together. I think that was their idea going into the match. Shot. And when the alternative is putting someone up like Kun Lin, like, does it really matter, right? So you're looking at, you know, you're favoring the chemistry in the doubles.
We are playing on the, this is being played on the Predator Apex 9-foot tables with the Arcos balls, the arrow rack, the Arcadia cloth, even the Predator bridge. The arena lights lighting up the entire arena. 6 of them around the main light that lights up the table. Gives you that nice bright picture that you're looking at. And you can see.
Go ahead, sorry.
And you can see the lines on that young man's face when he's.
That's how bright the lights are.
That's right.
John Lin going from the middle again there. Nothing down. No shot on the one. Thin off the right side here, create something towards the left side of the table, ideally using the 2 and 3 as blockers. Just have to see how straight they can get through the angle. They kind of feel like the cue ball might be playing towards the side pocket a little here. Yeah, couldn't get thin enough to get behind the 2-3. It's a good effort there. Did leave the 1 in the open. I think Cho will be favoring cutting the 1 to the left here. Cue ball's kind of running into the 8. But I think she should be able to get the 7 in between the 1 and the cue ball.
Vania Franco, their 4th player for Portugal.
Can go either way. You can play the cue ball behind. You can go cut the 1 to the right as well. Surprised she played so much speed there.
In fact, I think I pronounced her name wrong. I think it's Vania.
Okay. Did all right in the women's singles event, from what I remember. Won some matches. Might have made the final 16. Looks like Portugal's going to go after this. Nice shot. How's the cue ball opening up? Not quite good enough to be offensive here. They're nice and close. They should be able to come up with a safe option. The cue ball just overran the 7, and there's a window. Taipei will be likely playing the cue ball back 3 rails, trying to hide behind the 7 again. shot. Edge in the rack goes to Taipei now. Portugal will have an easy hit off the short rail. Ideally kicking the 2 past the 4, lining it up with the 7-8.
Just nibble that 2 ball.
Yeah. Gonna hurt them overall though, leaving it too close to the pocket. Joe's gonna power draw to this angle. Follow, pardon me. Decent angle to bring the cue ball back between the 5-9 and get good position on the 4. Shot. John Lynn is not flashy. He's just tactitional, you know. He just executes things well, knows the shots, strong mentally, never really gets outside of himself. Kind of like a rock, solid as a rock. Shot there from Cho, getting nice and close to the 5. A little more distance. Might have to power forward 2 rails here. 7's actually a little tough. Nice hit. Might have overhit it a little.
Yes.
Actually hit it too good. I think Taipei has to back off here. It's actually a little more accessible than I thought. Cue ball's traveling over to the 7 nicely. Might be trying to run into the 7-2 rails.
Well, if she could come off that second rail and hit the 7, bump the 7, she would be real happy. But she's made the ball, tied up the 8. Will he play safe behind the 8-9, or will he just bank it and open it up?
Yeah, it's tempting because the safe is really high percentage. I think he's almost thinking about something creative, like just calling the 9.
Exactly, that's what he was kind of looking. Yep, that's what he's looking at.
He did call it. See how the 7 ends up. He's at the end of his shot clock. Got to go. Nice shot. Controlled the 7 decently. I think it got there. So this is a big shot for Taipei here in the 3rd set. Take a big lead.
I've seen world-class players miss shots like this.
Yeah, it's
a back cut and it's blind.
Pressure.
They usually leave it out, not go into the second into the rail first. She hit it perfect. Beautiful shot.
Smile on Cho's face there. Knowing they're in a good spot now. Got a little unlucky, ended up straight on the 8. He'll be playing, probably cheat the pocket to the right a little bit. Follow the cue ball up the right side rail. Whoa,
he's coming down.
Big stroke coming here. Oh, look out for the side. Missed the side. Gonna leave Cho a tester here.
I thought he would follow that ball.
I thought so too, but he must have been so straight that he was just worried about targeting the edge of the pocket with so much speed.
Big cut here for this 10 ball.
Shot from Cho. Coming through with a couple big shots near the end of the rack there, and she's ready to take this title down.
Oh, she is. Did you see her just pump her? As soon as she hit it, before it went in, she was pumping her fist.
Yeah, you don't really usually see that much
No.
emotion from her, but
No.
she's excited. She's happy to represent her country. Got the team
Look at
element in. Smiles around now.
I haven't seen that excitement on her face in any of her matches ever.
No, me neither. Even Chang's.
Yeah.
He's pretty stoic usually. Yeah, they're feeling the finish line here.
Well, Joao Grillo is warming up for the singles match. Keep in mind he was a quarterfinalist here and was taken down by Joshua Filler after a strong match where he took down Shane Van Boning.
And he has the only win for Portugal in this match so far.
He just got done with Wu Kunlin.
Locked him out, really. Didn't just sat him down for 3 of the games he won. 2 breaking runs, 1 breaking safe.
Big break from the side from Rita.
Square hit, nothing down. Not going to leave a shot for Portugal. Maybe a very thin try. They have to consider it. They have to try to make something happen in this set. They've played well. They just kind of lost out in the kicking department, I think.
I would just try to bank that just close to the side pocket to lay the one ball behind that 8. That's not 2-8.
Not bad.
And the cue ball should be held up by the 10.
Yeah, it's a good shot. 3-6 going to come into the equation as
Sure.
well. Whoa, Joe thinks he's moving the 9. Well, this is tough if the ref didn't see it. I mean, it's within her rights to say, I think you're moving the 9. But if the ref didn't see it, this is odd. We might go to the replay here. Just conversing about if they can go to the replay. Looks like they're going to determine that the ref didn't see the 9 moving. So they're going to let play go on here.
Yeah, I can see where
It's been. I'll just make a quick comment here that it's happened in a lot of pool tournaments where we do have streaming now and we do have the capability for instant review, and it seems like there's no real definition of whether we're going to use it or not. My opinion is in all major sports they use reviews all the time.
Why not here?
Right. Yeah. So I think we'll see going forward. The game's evolving. It's not a big deal, but I'm just making a little comment that I don't think there's anything wrong with going to a review.
You know, a lot of that depends on whether the streamer has a replay available. I believe on this table we do not.
Yeah. Going forward we will, though, and I think it should be something that's just accepted. It's every sport you watch, we're watching instant reviews just to make sure the right call's made. Back to the action here, though, and Taipei ended up getting the advantage in the rack. Rack looking good. They've played a strong doubles match here. came in with this game plan that Chang and Cho would tend to play well together, and they've shown that they can. Kind of in between here. 6 is a little far from the side and a little sharp playing into the side, so he's going to find a way to maneuver the cue ball back towards the corner. Got halfway in between both pockets. Cho can play the cue ball 2 rails forward here with a bit of left spin. Looks like she's considering the left pocket. Yeah, I think the cue ball would have played less into the 10 if she played the other pocket, and I actually like the pocketing better in the other pocket as well.
And the position would have been better for the 7.
Yeah, odd.
Well, one thing on the other table, you have Joshua Filler, and the way you have the teams at 2-1, Germany.
Had to back off there. Position on the 7 didn't go exactly how they expected. Ideally, Portugal would like to see enough of the 7 here that they can lay the cue ball behind the 8. Kind of looks like they can't see enough of the right edge of it.
Yeah, it looks really tight.
Pretty good shot. Might have left the right edge, but the 9 is blocking the pocket for the 7. Nothing really happening up table as far as getting behind another ball. Cho's just going to be playing a containing safe here. Actually in a pretty tough spot to the point where she's going to jump. She's getting low on the shot clock, about 7 seconds. And she made it with that little amount of time. Look at that, just playing on instinct there.
Down to the last 4 seconds, and she drains it.
Got to the end of his shot clock again. Just kind of threw the object ball a little too much. So Portugal's going to get, so Portugal's going to get 1 back here. They're still 3 away from winning the set. But they'll be happy to get their scoreboard moving.
You know what they say sometimes? The hardest shot is a shot after a great one.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball getting a little close to the side there, but they're okay. So 3-1 in the 3rd set. Portugal to break.
First time they will break the balls.
Yeah.
Taipei started out breaking and have a 3-0 lead. Now they've relinquished 1 game. And I believe it'll be Sara Rocha to break. They maintain the order, don't they?
Actually, I think it's whichever you have to alternate breaking. So like say Silva broke the first time, Rocha will have to break the 2nd time. Kind of tough to keep track of that way, but I think the refs just let each team know who has to break. I like it like that because randomly one player could be shooting the 10 all the time and it would just line up to the better player breaking. So I think just alternating like that is the fairest way.
And that seems to be what it is.
See how Silva hits the break here.
First time we've seen Miguel break. From the side.
Bit of a short backstroke, didn't get a lot of power out of it. Kind of a lineup of balls there, 7-4, 8-3. They all pocketed in the same pocket.
Wow. Looks like a nice drill.
Yeah.
Starting shot, I think he can make the 1 and go into the 5. Joao just smiling. He just came back into the arena after practicing, getting ready for the singles match.
Yeah, it looks like he has enough of the 1 to play it in the top right. He's kind of lining up more squarely, though. Might be playing safe.
Oh, he went for the other pocket.
Yeah, must not have had enough to play it in the easier pocket. Good position on the 2 here. Got to get a small angle on the 3 to move towards the 4. Tendency on shots like this is to underhit them. Cue ball's moving towards the 10 a little bit now. Does look like it's possible to play through it into the short rail. If he's able to, he'll definitely be playing that. 2 rails out. Just got to avoid contact with the 10 here.
This is going to come off the side of the 10 to the rail and back to the middle of the table. Or is he going to go around this? He went around it.
He was able to just barely get around. Cue ball's drawing towards the 7 now, but it's thick enough that you can draw on top of the 7. If she's straight in, that would be ideal. There is a bit of angle going to the left. She'll be able to avoid the 7. At that point, she's drawing into the 6. I think she'll have to try to weave the cue ball between the 6-7. That's what they're thinking about right now. Chang's suggesting putting enough power that you kind of play the cue ball all the way for the 5 in the side. Good hit. I like the corner from the beginning. It's fine. He might have just been bringing it up as an option if she liked that one better.
Some of the noise you hear in the background is the Caribbean Expo put on by Q Sports International. And they have about 650 league players down to the last day, so there's not too many of them here. But they're into their finals also.
Yeah, guys, keep that in mind. The tournament's growing. I can see that tournament growing easily to over 1,000 players next year, maybe even doubling. It's a beautiful venue here. Nice old Spanish.
Yeah, good vacation.
Spanish-influenced city. You can check out, do some tourism stuff between matches. Really suggest putting it on your list of tournaments to come to.
Great mojitos, too.
Of course. Got a little thin here. They'll be staying offense. Just thick enough that Chang should be able to slow the cue ball down 1 rail. Strong performance here from Taipei in the doubles. Go around 2 rails. Just make the line towards the 8 a little longer. Silva having a half smile there, knowing how strong Taipei has played in this doubles match.
Coming around for the 10 ball in the same pocket.
If Taipei is able to finish up here, they'll be guaranteed a shootout. Kind of have a free roll at the fourth set. If they're able to win the fourth set, they'll win the match and move on to the final. Match. Taipei taking the overall lead 2-1 in sets. We'll take a quick break here and we'll be back in a couple minutes.
And we are about to come back live. Taipei leads 2-1. The singles match will be between Joao Grillo and Chang Zhonlin, a 766 Fargo from Portugal against a 827 Fargo from Chinese Taipei. Our sponsors and partners for this event are Medalla Light, Predator Group, Kamui Brand, Q Sports International, and Rumsa, Puerto Rico. And we've had a lot of local support in building this tournament at this venue for the Caribbean Expo, with the support of the Puerto Rican Tourism Company, Discover Puerto Rico, District Puerto Rico, and Popular. Joao to break. And we are on our way. Taipei wins this set, and they move on into the final. $130,000 on offer. $120,000 on offer. His first place money.
Yeah, big prize money. Grillo had a great opening single set. Really kept Kunlin seated for most of the match.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
3 breaking runs, really. Well, 3 runs.
Yeah.
Three breaking runs.
3 games that Kunlin really had no chance to win. Off to a good start here. Can play the 1 in the corner. Has the added security that if he misses, 2-3 should cover the 1. Nice shot. Grillo really stepping up for Portugal here. Could stun the cue ball between the 3-6. If he doesn't like that, he can go forward 2 rails. It's kind of in between. Looks like the following option plays a little better. Got to watch out for the 10 if he does play that. Could actually play the 3 in the opposite corner as well. Oh, he went for that.
That's an aggressive shot.
Yeah, he
and
went
a
for
very
that
good one.
Small window stun. Yeah. It was the best one if it worked out, and it did. So he's in perfect position now. Confident shot there from Grillo.
I like the little soft shot and then just take the 3 ball past the 4.
Yeah.
But he did better. He went one better.
It's one of those shots. If you make that one, you're good for the rest of the rack, right? But the risk would be hitting either of the balls on the way through.
Well, keep in mind he sees the angles better than we do at the table.
Yeah.
So. Great shot either way.
Good shot. Had too much angle there. Recovered well. Soft draw this. Stay on the same side of the table. Grillo does like to power the ball, though. He might come across. Shot. Again, just big threat to break and run. Showed up in this first rack. Doesn't matter who you're playing or what the numbers are. If you keep your opponent seated, you're gonna do well.
Impressive. He's really been impressive.
Plays with confidence. Good knowledge.
Portugal needs this set to send it into a shootout, tied at 2. Only chance of winning the match to get into the finals for that $120,000. That man right there is going to do everything in his power to make sure that does not happen. But in order to do that, he has to come out of his chair.
Yeah, well, the easier mental spot to be in, no doubt, is for Taipei. They're in the lead here, and they're one set away from winning the match. But as you said, George, he's gonna have to be allowed chances.
And as I've said earlier in the match, Joao did have a great match against Shane Van Boning. It lasted about 3 hours. We waited for him to get here, didn't we?
I remember, yeah. He's been a giant killer this week. Made the 9 on the side. Very thin try at the 1. I think it's a little too thin. Yeah, it is. It's going to have some safe options. 2's frozen onto the 8, so that's going to play a part in this rack as well.
Well,
we'll be seeing John Lynn at the table. Just a question of how bad a spot he's going to be in. Looks like Grillo's going to try to track the cue ball around 3 rails here. Oh, doesn't want to run into the 4.
Oh,
Got behind it. Small roll there. He was trying to play the cue ball between the 4-6, not around the 4.
I hope all you pool fans all around the world are enjoying this. This is some great pool, great action.
Yeah.
Exciting format for the teams.
Down to the cream of the crop here too. Portugal, a bit of a surprise entrance into the semifinals. Taipei, Austria, and Germany, pre-tournament favorites, have made it their way here as well. Short on pace here. For John Lynn to play the cue ball over to the same area, just a little closer to the 4. 10 ball should stop most of the energy of the 1.
He might be calling the 7 on the side.
Very aggressive. I think he's just calling it in case the 7 ends up pocketing. If it's wired right onto it, never know. Oh, kind of got caught in between shots there.
Big match. $300,000 prize fund for this tournament. First place is 120, second is 60, third and fourth. Loser of this match settles for 30.
Yeah, highest first prize ever on offer for the world teams. Interested onlookers there.
Two-rail kick coming up here. Oh, look how nice it almost just glues to the 5 ball.
Yeah, he's good enough that he covered the 1, and that's exactly what he was trying. It's the kind of shots these world-class players make. Even when they're in tough spots, they're not always going to have a result like this, but they are good enough that they're going to do it more often than most players. Great shot. Just left the 1 in the open here. John Lynn's going to have to navigate opening up the 3 ball. Doesn't currently have a pocket. He can play the 2 in the side and move the cue ball towards the 3. He's going to have to hold the 1 properly here. Ooh,
oh, he wants it.
Watch this shot, George. I wonder if he'll play purposely play a cushion hook here. It doesn't. It lies perfect.
Cushion hook?
Yeah, just lay the cue ball off the 1. Play the cue ball.
It looks like that's what he's doing. Oh no, he's drawing the ball back. He's going for the make it. He's going to use a cushion to get him out.
I'm sure he knows the shot, but I haven't seen.
I've never tried that shot.
No, yeah, I've done it a few times in tournaments.
It's too nervy for me.
It's definitely not easy. You're
right,
playing the cue ball so close to the pocket, but I just liked how close the cue ball was to the 1 there. And you can just kind of slow roll onto it.
Once you mentioned it, I recognized it, but I've never played a shot like that.
Balls have to lie perfect. Did play a nice shot though. Got the edge back. Cue ball's kind of going the wrong way here. Could power follow it over to the left side rail. Back into the 3. Looks like he's considering something a little more defensive. A bit risky to run the cue ball all the way into the 3. You don't know what the result's going to be.
I went back to the men's 10 ball to see if possibly these two met in that. They did not.
Yeah, they both got near the end. I guess they just didn't play each other. Indecisive here. Most obvious shot is he plays the 3 down to the short rail. That involves the cue ball coming back into the 6 coming back into the cue ball. Tricky here.
Well, if everyone wants to be on pins and needles, Germany and Austria are tied at 3.
And 2-1 overall set score. Is that right? Or
no, they're 1-1.
1-1 still. Yeah. Okay. That's a big set going on, or a big game going on there in the 3rd set with Germany and Austria. Both teams have a family element to it. Husband and wife and brother and sister on opposing teams. Tough to kick safe out of this. Might be trying to get the cue ball behind the 5. Didn't work out. Look at this.
Big game for Portugal.
Yeah. Really impressed by Grillo's play. He's earned everything he's earned everything he's got here. Combo lies well. Had to pocket the thicken the 6 in the thick part of the pocket there. Did that well. Controlled the 4 nicely.
Oh, got a little straight. Does he have enough to run forward? That's tough.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of angle coming forward or back. I think it's going to favor the draw here. Create a little bit, just avoids the 10. Watch out for the overdraw. He's perfect. He's playing well, playing confident, recovering, just doing everything right. And this is the scenario I saw happening in the teams, for any team really. If one male player or one strongest player on the team gets hot, they're actually going to play 2 of the first 4 sets. So if they win 2 of them, you're guaranteed to go to a shootout.
Yep.
It's tough to have a really high winning percentage at races to 4. But that is the scenario that's developing here for Portugal. Looks like we had a result over there on table 1. Didn't quite note who pocketed the last ball. Something's telling me Austria. Can't quite see.
It'll come up soon on the scoreboard.
Who won the last game over there? Did you notice? No. It's all right. Referee just getting the balls in line here for Grillo.
Germany.
Germany. Okay. So we're going to have Filler and Ocean up next.
Cue ball straight into the hole.
That's the break that Jun Lin needed to get back in the set here. Just looking to see if the 5 passes in the easiest pocket. It's close. He's still standing there having a look, deciding if he wants to play into a partial pocket or play over into the short side.
You know what's funny is they're playing on a time clock with a 30-second and a 60-second extension. I'm sorry, but it hasn't. The extensions have not come into play. We haven't seen very many extensions at all.
I noticed that. Yeah. Both players think quick, particularly Grillo. Even when he lost this match, he didn't. I did the match that he lost in the quarterfinals. He didn't change his pace. He just goes out there and fires. You know.
Just has that quick pace, a natural player.
Yep.
Plays like a machine.
That's right. And when those players get rolling, they're tough to stop. Jun Lin's going to come up straight. He'll at least be able to draw over to the left side of the table if he wants.
Vanya taking a look at her teammates. Front and center at the top of the table.
Chang just considering all his options here. Looks like he's going to go with the draw play. Ideally, he wants to get straight enough where he doesn't have to run the cue ball into the 6 here. He's good there. Might be just brushing it, but even if he does, he'll be in control of how it's moving.
Looks like some of those are that couple people from Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
of Puerto Rican descent, they call themselves Boricua.
Oh, I didn't know that. Boricua. That's like, it's in a rap song, I think. I can't remember.
Is it?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Is it Boricua? Is that the way you heard it?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I was doing, preparing for this tournament, some of the stuff I pulled out. Brought that out.
I'm not a rap fan, by the way. It's just a song I heard on the radio a couple
Okay.
times.
No, I mean,
just
it turns up. We've been hearing great music all week.
Yeah, food's great
Oh,
here,
the
too.
food's great.
A lot of culture.
Walking from the venue, from the ballroom here to our hotel, there's music playing all over. It's just,
Yeah.
it seems like it's a 24-hour party central. If you like salsa, here's where you have to come.
Sure. John Lennon control nicely here. Be breaking the fourth game of the fourth set. He's been breaking from the middle, hasn't had a lot of success. See what this fourth rack brings. Portugal's held their own here, making it close. Again, that first set really could have gone either way.
And she had an opportunity to close it.
Yeah, the 10 was the one mistake she made, but really took advantage of all her other chances. Played well in the set overall.
Jeff, our referee, making sure all the balls are touching, doing his very best to give the best rack possible out there. Best rack that a hand rack can give with that Predator arrow rack.
All great equipment we're playing on this week. Consistent too, right? From tournament to tournament, you're always using the same balls, same cloth, same tables. That's how the game should be.
Well, there should be and the same rules would be nice.
Yep. Didn't leave anything really offensive on the one here. Could play a combo onto the 3, but managing the 1 is tough. Big wall there with the 4, 7, 3, 5. Probably try to play behind it. Ideally opening up the 2, but at least the 1 is close to that area where he could be able to develop the 2. Even John Lynn kicking at this ball might move the 2-9. I think the carom's available if you get underneath it. Great shot. Tried to draw into the 9 there, freeze him. Did well though.
Great elevation on that cue ball.
Yeah.
Really cleared.
1's going to be available. It is possible to slow it down, but you can't be elevated any more than this. Big test here for Grillo. Might be so hard that he just might play safe. Yeah, too tough. Left it a little in the open. If Chang doesn't like the play in the side, he can definitely play the cue ball behind the 8th.
Well, with Kamui being a sponsor, he's using a Kamui Clear. We got a good look at that.
didn't like the pocketing in the side. Grillo's going to have a 100% hit here. He has to think about how he can play some kind of kick safe. So he's called the 1 in the top, in the bottom left, or 6 maybe. Good shot, good controlled kick there. Grillo looking on intently. He's giving it his all here in this team match. The hopes of the Team Portugal are on his shoulders now.
Oh, what a window he just went through.
Yeah. Yeah, there is room there, I think. 2's been developed as the rack's been played on. Rest of the rack's kind of tough. So battle on the 1 is going to be very important here. He went after it. Look at that. He had enough room to pocket it. So first offensive opening for Grillo here. Ideally, if he's able to get straight on the 3 and roll straight through for the 4, that's what he'll be looking for. Kind of tough though because the cue ball's running into the 9. Not quite sure here. Has to track the cue ball to the right of the 9, but at that point it's very tough to get on the 3 properly. Could try to get perfect on the 3 in the side. Oh, missed. Focused on the cue ball so much that he missed the 2.
Yep.
Surprising.
I don't know if he was trying to use the 9 for position or trying to avoid the 9.
It's almost like he tried to stun to the right of it and then check the cue ball, and the left spin is what made him miss the 2. It was a tough spot. John Lynn's gonna get a good save here. Grillo will have the right side rail. Could go at it 2 rails if he feels that angle better. Look at this. Not afraid of the close jumps.
Wow. See if we can.
Darting because he knows he's got to get the cue ball up so quick. Look how high he's elevated here. What a shot. Straight up in the air and made the ball. Look how quick that cue ball got up, and way up in the air too. That's some high level jumping there. See the height on the cue ball, George?
Yes.
It got up
and
quick.
Immediately.
Yeah. That's what that dart style can allow you. It's still a very developed skill. It's tough to get power out of it. It's tougher to aim with it. But you can see it's something that he has developed in a one-off chance there. Made a great shot.
Well, he's got the gold rush break cue in his stable there. I wonder if that was the air rush.
Likely. Nice kick by John Lynn here. Staying alive after some good shots by Grillo. I don't think he's left it in the side. Hasn't. Grillo can play the cue ball behind the 5-7. Possibly an aggressive 2-way, banking the 3 in the corner pocket.
You know what's funny there? I'm looking at Grillo's equipment. He's got 3 jump cues.
Really?
Yes.
So
sitting there, he's got 3 jump cues, the break cue, and is playing. And looks like 2 break cues And his playing cue.
So he's like a jumping specialist. He has different jump cues for different
Could
types
well
of
be.
jumps. Huh.
Could well be.
My buddy kept making jokes about one day pool players are going to have like eight cues like in their golf bag, right?
Yeah.
Well, this guy's on about 5 now, right now.
No, there's 5 on the table there, and the one in his playing cue in his hand.
Okay, so he's
got
on
6.
Wow. Okay, after a bunch of safe play, Grillo gets the edge. He's played great. Really hasn't missed the 2 in this rack. It was kind of a funny spot, but really hasn't made any bad errors. Playing safe with the best players in the world, running out when he needs to, and here's another great chance for him. So you're going to bring out the carbon shaft for the power draws, and then you're going to play with a wood shaft for the finesse shots.
Sure.
I think that's where it's going.
Oh, he might have missed. He did miss that.
Ooh, big miss there.
That's
for
the first
Grillo.
time I've seen him miss a ball.
That's really one of his first open misses that wasn't forced by position or anything. I mean, he barely missed it, but this boat's big for Taipei.
Because even just the one miss against this man right here can be very costly.
Yeah, this rack is pretty much done. And we'll have to see what the next rack brings. Again, Jun Lin hasn't been really dangerous in the break and run department, but he hits them hard. No reason he can't. So Taipei will be looking to take the driver's seat here. The 7's far enough in the middle of the table that I'd be playing the 7 on the side.
Sara Rocha, Portugal teammate.
Yeah, just a little sharp in the side. Played natural enough for the corner. Good shot. Entertaining match so far. Grillo really holding up the Portuguese end. It's going to be another close one here in the 4th set. Just a reminder, if Taipei wins their 3rd set, they'll advance to the final. If Portugal wins this set, they'll be going to a shootout.
Well, you know, one of the things I'll say about Grillo is his performance here so far has been fantastic. I mean, he won his first match 4-1. He broke and ran, played safe, ran out from there, won the next game off of Wu's break, and then broke and ran.
Yeah, really controlled
Strong
that
performance.
match. Yeah.
And here, he started off against Chang with a break and run.
Yeah, I mean, he was a big favorite to go up 3-1. Just had that one slip up on the 4.
He's played very, very well.
Finals going to be scheduled for 4 o'clock Atlantic time.
You know, back to the number of cues. Don't want to overkill it, but those could be Miguel's or Sara's.
True. Good thinking. They probably are.
Exactly.
I never heard of
Yeah.
someone having 3 jump cues, but I can
Exactly.
understand your confusion there.
Well,
Yeah.
as I look at them, there's one that's two. There's two that are very short. One's a little longer. So yeah, but
I honestly think it will evolve to the
To
point
that?
where players have a couple, 1 or 2 more maybe. Because it makes sense, you know, for certain jumps you'd want more spin on the cue ball. For certain jumps you'd want to get the cue ball up quicker. And you need different tips. I don't know if they'll go as far as saying you're gonna switch cues for different positional shots. I think it has merit, but also you can just feel the cue ball differently and
Sure.
with different ways with the same cue. It's an interesting concept.
yeah. I actually liked when you mentioned have the carbon fiber for the power draws, because that's actually one of the things that's really good for
Yeah.
is the power draws.
Yeah.
And, you know, some people that don't play with carbon fiber, and it's usually due because of the side spin, not
Right.
so much. So if a player doesn't use much side spin, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. Like hitting a wood off the fairway. There's lots of analogies, but
Yeah.
yeah. Overdid this one.
Oh, and he's opened the door at this 2-2 tie.
Yeah.
Velo comes to the table. When he comes off of this 1 ball, it's going to come right towards the side pocket. 8 ball might stop that, though.
Yeah, just going to play some left spin. Just kind of slow the speed down a little bit. It doesn't need to be perfect on the 2. Oh, you're right, George.
Yeah,
Look at that.
because if he comes on the inside, you got 3 balls to block him.
Just kind of, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought he'd play it slower over to the right.
Uh-huh.
Had confident control there of where the cue ball was
Sure.
going. Nice play. Everything else is close to pockets here. And
This looks...
Yeah, this is where he excels. He just gets through these racks quick.
And Chang Zhonglin is taking notice of this young man.
He has to. He's on the hill now. Been a threat to break and run. We'll see what happens in break number 6 here. The 9 is covering the 8. Got to make sure you get the cue ball down low enough on the 8. Should be okay for that, though.
Just keeps the cue ball to the right of where it's at now, and he'll be perfect.
Yeah, he's good here. John Lynn thinking about waiting for his next chance in the 6th game. A little off angle here. He'll be able to manufacture something though. Good shot.
And it is going to come into a 3-1, 3-2. Fail safety by Zhonglin. And Grillo takes the rack from the 1 ball.
Yeah, Portugal 1 game away from forcing a shootout here, and we all know anything can happen in that shootout. Exciting stuff here. Next 20 minutes is gonna determine a place in the finals.
Sure. And if he closes this out with a break and run, what a performance. It's what a performance to this point.
Yeah, even in the men's singles,
Yeah.
it's kind of a coming out party for him. Look for him in the future as being near the top of the game.
Just how much can he travel? Is there a federation to give him some support in Portugal?
Yeah. Well, if there is, they should be taking note of how their players have done in the World Teams
Sure.
Championships this week.
And against the best players in the world in the men's 10 ball.
Absolutely.
And women's.
Proving that they're right in the mix.
Big break right here. He drew one right back to the side. He hit that one perfect, but is something going to go in?
It's not.
Well,
Open look at the one as well.
open look at the table.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be very close. John Lynn has 10 balls to navigate around here, but we're looking towards Hill Hill. 5 ball is going to be the toughest ball on the table for John Lynn. It does have pockets available. Most likely the long pocket. Past the 7. Got to get some small angles, of course, as usual in 10 ball. Got to get straight on the 3 here. So you're able to hold for the 4 on the right side of the table. Straight enough here.
Can you hold inside the 7?
Yeah, and there'll be angles going both ways where he's able to follow a couple different routes. Main key will be getting on the 5 in the long pocket. Might even try to get close to it here so his feel with the cue ball moving towards the 5 is better. Yeah, just backed off, a little too much angle. Didn't get great. I mean, he'll be able to cheat certain parts of the pocket to achieve his goal. But ideally, he wanted more angle. He actually didn't get good here at all. Got too straight. So it looks like he's going to take the 5 to the top left. Tougher angle for the 5. Just doesn't have an angle where he can move the cue ball to the right here. Pretty good. Cue ball's moving to the left slightly, which is not ideal. If he can track the cue ball between the 6-8, that'll work. There's probably a way to hold it as well. I think he's going to favor the hold here.
Perfect. What a good shot. Especially with the time clock bearing down.
Yeah. He's just taking a look to see how much pocket he has available past the 10. Didn't take too long at it, so I think he'll be shooting the 8 in the bottom right corner pocket. Everything pointing towards Hill Hill here. And if that's the case, Taipei will have one game to move on to the semifinals. Portugal will be trying to win the game to force the shootout. Thinking about stunning this 1-3 rails. Good play. Get aggressive at the potting angle here. Into the angle off the 3rd rail.
It's tight by the 10, but it goes right by.
Doesn't want to get straight. He's playing towards being straight a little bit. But he does have angle to move up table.
Executed that exactly the way you designed it.
Yeah. Happens a lot when you're playing into the angle.
Yes.
Same here. Using the second rail. Track the cue ball towards the 10 a little more solidly. Let's go hill. We have the overall set score at 2-all. It's just being changed right now. Yeah, there we go. Now it's going to be, it's hill. If Taipei wins this game, they'll win the match. Puerto Rico's fighting to stay alive here.
He's got to win this game.
Puerto Rico, Portugal.
Portugal.
Pardon me.
They're close. An ocean apart, but close. Oh, by the way, one speaks Portuguese, the other one speaks Spanish.
Okay. Obviously, I thought that was a trick question. Like Brazilians speak Portuguese, I think.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
I spent some time in Spain with my son, and we wandered over to Lagos, Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
Small little fishing village on the coast.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Beautiful.
yeah, it was very pretty. Very pretty. It's real small. We just went over just so we could go to Portugal.
Nice.
It was handy from Granada. So
Oh, good square
Four
hit.
ball.
There goes
Square.
the 4. There goes the 9. Look at this. Just what the
and
just
look
what the
how
doctor
fast
ordered.
look how fast he stepped back for his cue. He can't wait to close this out.
Yeah, he knew it. He knew he
Yeah.
had a good shot on the 2. He saw the overall lie of the rack. And this is a big spot for Taipei. It'll be a tough loss for Portugal if it happens.
Well, if Portugal does lose, the 4 players will split $30,000.
Yeah, it's still good money for their efforts this week.
First place in this tournament is $120,000. Runner-up is $60,000. And the 2 teams that lose their matches, the semifinals, is $30,000. There were 16 teams. 5th through 8th was 12. And 9th through 16th each received $1,500.
Great prize money on offer. Seen a bit of resignation on Grillo's face there. Can't really look. It's been a hard-fought competitive match here. You can see Cheng taking his time, wants to make sure of every little play here.
Well, really, Grillo missed that 1 4 ball.
Yeah, it's the only
That was
mistake
it.
he really made.
Yeah.
Got a little straight, but he'll be okay. He'll just be a little further from the 5. What a time to come up with a big break like that for Jun Lin.
It really was timely. Every pool player's dream when they're on the hill.
Yeah.
Just one good break and a good spread, and there you go. And that's the best one I've seen him hit, too.
Oh, yeah.
From the moment he hit it, it was just a really solid break.
Yeah, popped it nice.
Yeah.
Caught it purely. Just a reminder for fans, Austria is playing Germany on table 1 right now.
Well, you know, we do We do stream this on YouTube and ProBilliardTV. And every once in a while we'll come into the chat. This one's been a little bit tough to read. It's all been Taiwanese and Portuguese.
Of fans from Taiwan.
Yeah. But they've had some fun with it. I hope they've enjoyed the match. Chang plays with that beautiful Predator Black.
Yeah, nice cue. Not sure what happened there. He dropped his chalk in the pocket or something, getting a little excited. And they're going to be on to the final. Okay, you can see the teammates running back in. Here comes Cho and Kun Lin. And they're excited.
And this 10 ball. Chinese Taipei goes on to the finals after defeating Portugal 3-1.
Great fight by Portugal. Great tournament by them. Made it to the semifinals. They'll be content with that result. Disappointed not to make it further, but did definitely put their best foot forward this week.
And we'll be back at what, 5 o'clock?
Yeah, the final's going to be at 4 o'clock Atlantic.
4 o'clock.
You can catch the end of the Austria-Germany match over on the other table.
Yeah, move over to table 1. Don't forget to hit the like button out there, guys. George Teachea and Eric Horlefson bringing you the live action from Puerto Rico.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the final.